Starting with how all these began. So, with the addition of new technologies and the way artificial intelligence is changing the way we look at things, these incorporate technology and feelings together. And it's critical to see how people will feel about this development of technology. So, how different genders are using and interpreting emojis has actually become very important, and many different fields are actually looking into this. And I would like to look into this on the communication perspective. So now, of course, there has been a lot of role of semiotics in language. So the father of semiotics, or the founder of semiotics, Ferdinand de Saussure, of course, says that this is refers to a set of signs that will convey notions, making it comparable to a writing system. Person with disabilities letters, symbolic rituals, courteous expressions, and military signals, among many other things. He also stated that the word symbol has been used to designate the linguistic sign, or more specifically, what he called the signifier. So with that, of course, semiotics playing a very crucial role. We should not also forget that the evolution of social media has led to this study. So with so many new technology coming, so many social media platform comings, where, chatting with someone in another country today is possible from India. So this has definitely been the result of the growth in social media and their usage. And people are today more and more comfortable talking to someone on a screen, and they would definitely like to connect with people all across the globe. So with that, of course, how did emojis come to be? So it began from it was a pictograph which was known earlier as emoticon, and this was basically simple face visuals that were used for expressing emotions and moods in electronic messages. So emojis are actually more elaborated versions of emoticons, and they were first utilized in Japan in the year 1999. So Shigetaka Kurita, who is also said to be the father of emoji alphabets, developed it to seek out an answer to the matter of character limits with text messages on mobile phones. So let us all remember the time when we used to use mobile phones, which actually had a text limit, to today where we are using messaging services where there is no restriction on the number of text that we are using. So the journey from emoticon to emojis was quick. So it surpassed, of course, for one thing, that, people said that people can communicate more with emojis. So one of the language internet expert, Gretchen McCulloch, she actually says that, I can make an emoji that's a whale or a penguin, and I don't even know how I would do that with emoticons. And therefore, there was a need for upgradation to emoticon, and therefore we have emojis. So to express oneself is, of course, very important, and that is the exact reason emojis have overtaken emoticons. And of course, the horizon is still evolving, and digital media, of course, is getting into new ways. And today we have GIFs and many other things that is evolving, and we could have many more in the future as well. So this is just a sample of how, emojis look, and how the meaning could be with the changes. Now, then I felt, when I was looking for my research topic and when I was reading about it, so the term gender neutral emojis struck me, because of course at that point of time it was not available, and it just came in the year 2020 while I was doing my research. And to bridge the gender gap between the genders, there have been many changes in the world of emojis. So it's more about inclusiveness that has actually brought about this revolution and the innovations that are taking place. Then, of course, while we are trying to be gender neutral, we are bridging gender gaps in terms of emojis, because we can see that, many of the times they say that in research, it's women who are using more emoticons, or women who are using a lot more of emojis than men. But in my research also, as you will see later, that, the race is not very, it's not with a very large gap. Then the few theories on which I have relied on in my research is, of course, the visual communication theory. So, because emojis are all about visuals. Then I have fallen on the uses and gratification theory, symbolic interactionism, social presence theory, and emotion related many theories are there. So these all serve as the base to my research, where of course, emotions today is something which is being studied worldwide, and we need to understand how people manage them, how people convey them, and this is all part of visual communication, and therefore visual communication theory is very important to my research, along with uses and gratification theory, which I'll be talking a little later about.